What is going on, you guys? My name is Rage and we are back today with another video for you all, with Dazzler now joining the battle as one of the Unlimited X-Men team characters here, taking over the Cosmic Crucible meta. So as you guys can see here, what Dazzler is going to bring to the table here is her high focus, being able to flip effects and support allies with her barrier. And as well, we can see here that one of the key highlights is actually whenever there's blinded occurring, she can actually clear the blind from herself and all Unlimited X-Men allies, as well as providing support such as the regenerative and barrier, especially in the Cosmic Crucible. So as you guys can see here, there is that month-long event coming up. This is called the Rolling Rebel Milestone, and it is going to join in a couple weeks here. But again, we always have to take advantage of these opportunities where there are new characters being added, because getting that increase in 15% of the red stars is absolutely huge. And always with my quotas is always like to aim for 2 or 3 red for these videos, especially when you have a chance right now to level them up. So I did get a better luck with Phantom X here, as you can see, getting the 4. So let's see how we do today, you guys. Let's go ahead, take a look at the red stars, and as well we'll also take a look at preemptively her kit overall, as well as T4 recommendations. Before you even dive in, just make sure you hit the eye here for additional details, and just make sure that the effect is in play here. I know sometimes when this event runs right away, maybe the effect isn't fully intact. So as you can see with Dazzler, 50% here actually showing. We are in confirmation that, you know, the added benefit of bonus of pulling her is intact. So there we go, guys. Let's go ahead and get started here. Oh wow, so you know what, I already got a 3 red right away. That's the target of what I want. But you know what, let's open up a couple more, just because it was just right from the get-go. Yeah, let's do 3 or 4 more here. Just, I mean, hopefully your guys' RNG is consistent with what you've seen. Like sometimes it works out. I know I wasn't getting a good pulls. Oh wow, 3 Dazzlers in a row. So definitely seems to be falling for whatever reason this time. But I mean, it went 3-2-1, so that's pretty funny actually. Short and quick. Yeah, you know what, we'll do one more just to get some duplicate credits likely here, but for entertainment purposes, of course. Hopefully you guys get some better luck as well. I think I'm going to be content with the 3, because to be quite honest, I'm not sure how high I'm building this team yet. And just because there's going to be 2 more legendary horsemen coming, you really do get a good arsenal here in terms of selection, and we know that there's a lot more characters coming out too, right? And Cosmic Crucible is fun right now, but I'm not sure how much time I want to put into it in terms of the roster, right? Especially with this team specifically being tailored for it. So let's dive into her kit now. Showtime is her basic ability, as you can see, attacking the primary target for 80% damage, and as well offense down, which then reduces damage incoming. And right away you can already see here in Crucible, there's actually going to be an added chance here to apply blind to the primary target. So that's really nice, again, in Crucible being affected, so offense and defensive it seems, and as well the added benefit of flipping defense up on the primary target if they actually have that. And then lastly, the T4 here is always applying the blind. So consistent with my previous recommendations, guys, if this is a team you're planning to build up and you're really trying to push up, maybe they become a requirement for another Scourge event, who knows, right? But for the time being, I'm not going to push it up, but this is a guaranteed blind if you use her in Crucible. So I mean, I think there's value there for sure. This is a T4 recommendation worth noting, just because having that blind could be the instance of really saving your team from an attack that could be fatal, right? Dancing Queen is her special, applying the primary target for 80% damage, and as well burying herself and the Unlimited X-Men allies for 10% of her max health. So really this ability is going to focus on the red stars and the amount of HP she has. You know, the higher the red stars, the more potent the actual barrier that's going to be inflicted upon the team and being applied, right? On top of that, this attack's unavoidable and cannot be counterattacked, so that's always nice. So she's really focused on blinding, as you can see with the level 3 that allows it. Level 4 allows it to actually reduce the speed bar. In Crucible, again, we like to focus on those added benefits. There's going to be regenerative abilities being applied here to herself and Unlimited X-Men. And as well, that 20% bump up for level 6 here, very notable. T4ing wise, just an additional regeneration. So I don't know if I would recommend this, but the 60% damage is notable to the primary target. But keep in mind, I don't believe she's going to be one of the main damage dealers. So she's really going to be supporting and providing the barriers and protection. So level 6 actually gets really good value right there. So I would just stop there unless you're planning to upgrade everything for this team. That's going to be the best. Showstopper ultimate right here, attacking all enemies for 100% damage, and it cannot be counterattacked. As you can see, on top of that, she's also going to be able to flip negative effects to positive. So it's almost like a self-cleanse that actually flips to their advantage, right? And as what's really nice about this ability is it's actually able to apply an ability block. As you level this ability up, slow is going to apply, and the negative effects are actually going to be upped to 2 effects here to convert that into ultimately positive, and then T4 is really 100% damage to all enemies. So that is some pretty notable damage. If you guys have a very powerful Dazzler, you know, this is worth one noting just because it's offensive and defensive capabilities for her team, and that added damage is always appreciated, especially given where this team is headed in the Cosmic Crucible. And last but not least, passive here being Disco Diva. On blind, she gains deflex, and as well, the focus does increase for herself and her unlimited X-Men allies. In Crucible, what's notable here is that on spawn, there's going to be a natural barrier that does apply, and as well that extra increase in the focus. Leveling this ability up, you can see here on blind, there's never going to be a chance where her allies and herself are blinded, because it actually does get automatically cleansed. So I mean, this team would be really good up against the Astonishing X-Men, just because Jubilee really thrives on blinding and spreading those negative conditions. And as well, with the level 4 here, really good value as well. Gaining negative effects, this actually fills up her speed bar by 5%, so it works in her advantage point. And lastly, the T4 here added 5% in the speed bar, gaining additional focus for the rest of her and the X-Men allies. So I mean, it's going to allow all of the abilities to really stick. You know, maybe skirmishers aren't even really needed, just because she passively is going to give that to her team, right? So really worth noting here. With the passives, I always do recommend T4, just because you really do get good bang for buck, and generally does benefit not just herself or the character, but as well as the rest of the team. There you guys have it. A quick rundown of Dazzler's kit. You know, overall, she's looking like to be a very powerful controller that provides support and as well as needed damage for this team. It's gonna be really interesting to see how this all lines up, especially once this team comes together here and we see the fruition of it in Cosmic Crucible. Thank you as always, you guys. I do appreciate you checking my videos. Good luck in your Red Stars opening as well. Thank you as always, and I'll see you guys in the next one.